Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my video, especially to the Honorable Professor Masyadi Said and all of the audience. I am Riza Pranita, a master's student in English Language Education at Indraprasta University. This video is not only to fulfill the midterm exam requirements, but also to share ideas of academic speaking for scientific purposes. Today, we are going to explore the critical bridge between raw teaching experience and deep pedagogical analysis. My topic is Bridging Experience and Analysis, focusing on the philosophy of learning by doing, and how the Gibbs reflective cycle can elevate the classroom action research. Let's dive in. Next, I would like to share the outline, a systematic reflection in classroom action research. There are 5 outlines. First, the philosophy, and then second, the reflection, third, Gibbs reflection cycle, and the fourth, integrating Gibbs into classroom action research, and then the fifth, conclusion. Philosophy of learning by doing. At the heart of our profession is learning by doing. This isn't just a cliche, it's an academic philosophy. Experiential learning argues that knowledge isn't static. It's created through the transformation of experience. As teachers, we don't fully understand a lesson's dynamics until we are in the classroom interacting with the students. Our professional growth isn't just about reading pedagogy, it is rooted in the act of teaching itself. The missing link, reflection. However, we have all had the experience of teaching for years without necessarily growing as educators. Why is that? It's because doing alone is not enough. Knowledge is constructed through action and teaching as a research laboratory. As the famous saying goes, we do not learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on experience. Without reflection, our classroom practices remain repetitive habits. Reflection is the missing link. It turns a series of simple events into measurable data points for your research. The 6 stages of reflection. We start with description. It's simply stating what happened. Objectively, describe the experience without judgment or interpretation. We move to feelings, acknowledging our emotional state. What were you thinking and feeling during the experience? We then evaluate what went right or wrong, and then assess its effectiveness. We analyze to make sense of the why, explore deeper meaning and connections. Then we draw a conclusion on what we learned. Consider alternative approach and what else could have been done differently. Finally, we create an action plan. Create specific strategies and commitment for future teaching situations. This plan is crucial. It's the step that ensures we don't just dwell on the past, but actively prepare for the future. Integrating Gibbs into classroom action research. For those of us conducting classroom action research, Gibbs is a perfect fit. If you look at this, you'll see how Gibbs maps seamlessly onto the CAR process. Your observation phase in CAR covers the description and feelings. Your reflection phase covers the evaluation and analysis. And the revised plan is directly derived from the Gibbs conclusion and action plan. It is a scientific way to manage your research cycles. For example, look at this case study, recount text instruction. To make this concrete, let's look at a case study, teaching recount text for speaking. You might describe the challenge as students struggling with fluency. Through the GIP cycle, you move from just noticing the problem to analyzing it. Perhaps realizing that just your visual aids lack the necessary verbal scaffolding. This leads to the insight that you need a vocabulary bank, moving your research from a guess to an evidence-based solutions. What about the impact? This is the transition from doing to scientific research. By using a framework like GIPS, your reflection logs are no longer just notes, they become evidence. This is vital for the discussion section of your scientific articles. It allows you to move your CAR reports from anecdotal observation to deep analytical professionals discussion. The power of action plan. I want to emphasize the final stage, the action plan. I consider this the engine of continuous improvement. The action plan is what ensures that your cycle 1 informs your cycle 2, creating a spiral of increasing pedagogical proficiency. Without the action plan, we remain stuck. With it, we move forward with every single class we teach. Finally, the conclusion. To wrap up this presentation, remember the line, experience is the teacher, reflection is the lesson. Use the GIP cycle to ensure that every lesson you teach leaves you with a lesson learned. Thank you for attention, and I hope this framework helps you in your upcoming research. Bye.